What's up, Truth Team? Alright, today we're going to get into the first part of the Big U indictment breakdown, okay? Because it seems like people are picking and choosing the parts they want to talk about, and it's kind of leaving some confusion. Now, when it comes to this content shit, to be honest, more views come with confusion because you want to come back and follow up on it. But with this, I'm just going to go piece by piece as far as the indictment. I'm going to start with count 1, part A, and then keep going like that, okay? So with that being said, let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth. Y'all, shout out to the real Zebby. Make sure y'all follow him on Instagram, okay? He is definitely one of the people that taps in with me with paperwork. Y'all know I be on the back end sometimes. Don't really too much jump into the paperwork stuff too much, especially with notable cases that everybody and their mama is pulling because I can save my coins, okay? So shout out to Zebby. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. This is courtesy of Zebby. He sent me over the indictment. On this indictment, it's how many defendants is on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 defendants is on the Big U indictment, okay? Multiple charges, including racketeering, influence and corruption, conspiracy, basically RICO, conspiracy to interfere with commerce by robbery, extortion, interference with commerce robbery. That's another one. Same thing. Transportation, individual. Damn, they trafficking. We'll get there when we get there. All right, let's go down. We're not gonna too much. Yo, that just caught my attention. The man nicknames is Big U, aka Unk, aka Draws, aka Hannibal, aka Hannibal Muhammad, aka Anybody Killer, aka Dave Austin. Is crazy, okay? Was a self-admitted member and original gangster or OG of the Rolling 60s neighborhood Crips, a violent street gang funded and operating in Los Angeles, California. Ooh, sheesh. Now, this is under the general allegation. That's not even where I'm starting at. Yeah, I don't know none of these other people, okay? But yeah. We'll just get into the players as time goes on, okay? They got pictures of places. Yeah. All right, let's get to count 1. That's what we're going to start at. Count 1, which includes Big U, Defendant Robinson, and Defendant Martin, which is a racketeering enterprise, okay? Why is that important? Well, let's talk about it, okay? Big U Enterprise is supposed to be the legitimate side or the legitimate business of Big U, okay? It's led by Big U, Defendant Robinson, a.k.a. Bay, Defendant Martin, a.k.a. Bear Claw, okay? And again, it says this enterprise engaged in illegal activities, which make it racketeering, okay? They have violence and extortion, okay? Meaning they use intimidation, violence, and murder to maintain control and expand their influence, okay? Fraud and embezzlement, defrauded donors, government agencies, mortgage lenders, throughout non-profit entities like developing options and unique music, okay? Meaning they use their front business to get legit money, but it's really for illegal shit, allegedly, okay? I ain't saying that's what they did. That's what people saying. Human trafficking. You should already know what that is. Engaged in sex trafficking. Like, come on. Like, yeah. Obstruction of justice, okay? Protected their operation through witness tampering and evidence destruction. Like, yo, you can't find that, you can't charge me with nothing, okay? Little than that, they was listening on the wiretaps, okay? Now, the enterprise goals. And again, this is summary of count 1, part A, okay? Enrich members, okay? Use reputation as the original Rolling 60s gangster to commit crimes that benefit the enterprise financially. We talked about that in the past in regards to the alleged robbery they quoted for Brick Bay. Expand power and influence. Okay, they're saying they created fear through violence, control over Los Angeles, requiring individuals, athletes, musicians, whatever, to check in and pay for protection. And I got to bring something up in a minute. Okay, now, matter of fact, I think this would be a good time to do that. So, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. Rich Homie Quan did an interview with Matt HOFFA. He explained during this interview about how it was to check in LA and how when he got to LA, not only did he meet Big U, but he met Wet 100 at a baseball field or something, right? And according to Rich Homie Quan, he said they already knew when he came in who his driver was and all that. So I took that like, well, damn. They saying if your ass ain't bring your ass over here, yeah, you know, we already knew where you was going, where you at.
LA, I went out there to shoot the party video. Right. They knew what time I landed. They knew what hotel I was at before I landed. Listen, bro, the first time I go out there, so flying with TIG, Fly was like, man, we gotta go pull up on Big U. So we're going to Crenshaw High School, but then he got the football kids out there. So my mind fucked up. It's my first time going out there. He was like, yeah, man, we knew what time you landed. I was like, oh yeah, this shit different. He was like, yeah, you in the hotel room, Then what you call to get your bag, ain't your driver? I was like, oh yeah, this shit different. So at the same time, I said that to say, that checking in should be real. I ain't paid no money. All he wanted me to do was just take pictures with the kids, the football kids, and there be little shit like that. Like niggas be thinking checking in, oh, you got to pay. They just want you to show the community like you're still able to be reached. You know what I'm saying? So after that, I went out there that time, I ain't never had no problems.
Now, in this interview, Rich Homie Quan says he didn't have to pay anything, but, you know, they just asked him to take pictures with the kids. So it's not always a financial pay. He goes into saying it's not always a financial pay. I'm going to put the link to that interview in the description so you can check it out from his words, okay? And I was like, well, damn. If they got all those type of stories in the interview or people willing to say that, that looks bad for the overall because that confirms it is a procedure, okay? Now, the next part, they're saying the goal was to appear legitimate. Like, hey, we ain't doing nothing bad, okay? So it promoted Henley as a reformed gang member. Henley is Big U, okay? While using nonprofits to secure donations and government grants for personal gain. Now, they even go as far as saying the use of media control, meaning they leverage podcasts, documentaries, and social media to boost the Big U enterprise reputation and instill fear. Okay? And later on in the indictment, we're going to talk about that a little bit more. But just in this part alone, they're alleging that in the racketeering part. Okay? Also, Big U's Checking In podcast emphasize the need for individuals to check in when conducting business in LA or the risk of violent consequences. Hence why Quando Rondo name came up in the complaint affidavit that they filed, how he used Quando Rondo as an example of how you waited till it's too late to check in. Hey. Now, this is how they avoided, according to the feds, they avoided detection, okay? They destroyed surveillance evidence. They threatened witnesses to prevent them from cooperating with law enforcement, okay? The enterprise operated as an ongoing criminal organization. Remember, that's the start of the RICO anyway, okay? They allege that they use violence, fraud, manipulation to achieve objectives while hiding behind a community improvement. That's bad word, okay? Now, that's only part A of count 1, okay? So that's the summary, and they got pictures of him right here. That's the summary for that, okay? Hold on, yeah. So, like I said, I don't want to do too much too quick because the point of these videos is to actually break down what's going on. So that was, hold on, what page is this? Yeah. So that was all the way from page 1 down to page 9. No. Yeah. So it's gonna be, so this is next, okay? Next part, we're gonna do the racketeering conspiracy, okay? So yeah, that's the summary of it. That's the breakdown. I mean, don't get no clear as that, okay? So we did the enterprise. So next we'll do the conspiracy for the racketeering. Hey, this shit is crazy. All I'm gonna say is this. Definitely when you put it all together, it sounds real bad. Just because it sounds real bad doesn't mean it will end real bad. It's too early to tell. So far from the part that we just reviewed, it's no mention of actual like snitches or witnesses or whatever. But we are still early on in the indictment. So we'll see. Yes, y'all, I do know about the murder charge that's in this too, but we got to start from the beginning and work our way to the bottom. This is how it gets so confusing. So people like just to pick pieces. We're breaking down the whole thing. This is just part 1. Part 2 dropping soon. So y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend and pull up on your girl, make it true. And y'all already know the queen of paperwork is on it. And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what?
I'm like, fuck you. I'm like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
This is the weakest, give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like,
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina.